So welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members as well as the members over on my website. Thank you for your continued support, as well as the members over on Patreon. I hope you all enjoy the extra content that is provided for you back in those spaces. Feel free to check out my membership areas for extra content here on the channel as well. Um, oh my gosh, if you haven't already, y'all get registered for the Butterfly Effect Conference. You can get registered from my website, monicole.com. So, the birds are chirping. And they just started chirping like this as I was getting through the Tuesday born message. So I finished the Monday born and the Tuesday born because I wasn't able to do the Monday borns message yesterday in the membership area. And so I finished them, and then all of a sudden I heard the birds chirping. I know the birds are ancestor energies. And I'm just like, I was sleepy in the Tuesday born. I was like, I'm about to take a nap. And it's like, no, you're about to do this message. You're about to do this message. And I was feeling it was like grandmother energy. I knew I was going to do a grandmother message, but yeah, I find it really interesting because they're very chatty this morning. So we were doing a branch off of the last grandmother message. If you hadn't seen the last message, definitely check out the last message. And a lot of the energy of what I was feeling on today to start with channeling off of was in regards to you being the chosen one from this current generation. So it was like you having an uncle, a masculine figure who was the one who was in charge of like the previous generation, the generation above. So it could be like an uncle or a father. And they kind of like, they ran from it, and them running from it, they like chose a lot of escapism type of ways, of being. And your grandmother's energy is just like you have a strong backing behind you. It's like because of that, you have extra backing that's being added to you at this time because they want you to fulfill these things. It's like, it's something about how the times that you're in and needing extra support. The times that you're in and needing extra support. Because of how valuable you are. You're valuable. You're very valuable. Something about operating as a sovereign spirit, a sovereign person, separate. You because I'm hearing like separate but equal. Grandmother, what are you saying? Which deck? I don't know which deck I want to go to. I'm gonna go to this one. Because I'm hearing like a separate but equal type of energy of like being in the world, being of the world, living in the world, but being different, knowing that you're different and needing to rest on that. So it's something about you needing to learn how to be different, but be amongst others at the same time, because that's how those changes and things are going to happen. And now I'm being drawn back to when we were talking about your blood type. It's some type of, someone's trying to invent something with type O blood types. Like, seriously, someone's trying to invent something with type O blood types. And they are literally, and this is why, okay, grandma, okay. This is why some people be saying, watch when you donate blood, give blood, even if you sign up as a donor owner, I can't even say it right. A donor, a organ donor. Because certain people's organs are worth more than others are, especially on the black market, is what she is saying. But not only the organs, it's like your mind and your spirit. And that's not the people who are just like the organ, the blood donors. It's like there's different groups of you all who are listening. Like, it's the organ energy, the different blood type energy, and then you have those who have certain gifts that are intuitive gifts that cannot be, it has not been able to be duplicated with AI, for example. So having skills that cannot be taken or duplicated. But you have a lot more coming up against you, I'm hearing her say, within this generation because of all the new inventions and the people, when people are more manipulative, she just said. People hide their true feelings of what they feel, what their true intentions are, why they're coming after you. Like she said, it's a little different. A lot of different. Granny, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. All right, so we're starting off with the Strength card, the Three of Sticks, and then the Eight of Baskets. She's calling for you to have restraint in a situation that you're preparing for and planning for. And in this restraint, it means that everyone can't come, everyone can't go. Because this Eight of Baskets, this man, he is being kept from the home. He basically is like toxic. He was a drunk. He was toxic. Bad example for, you know what I'm saying, the kids. And so there's a line of salt leading from the doorway, which is showing a protection barrier, black salt. And it's something about you needing to have these types of protections around you, you know, and having restraint in situations where you want to release and let yourself be free in, okay? And because those situations that you may want to release and let yourself be free in is going to bring a nine of swords energy, a nine of knives, because it's something about someone needed that energy from you. Yeah, you have grandchildren coming out with the Star card. Someone needs your energy. It's like grandchildren are needed to keep the lineage going, right? Star card. Stars feed energy. A lot of people travel according to the location of the stars in the sky. They're guides. So watching who or what you allow to take your energy as a guide, because every energy or person who wants to learn from or get certain aspects from you, it's not for the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? It's not for your good. It could be just because they need you for what they're doing. You know, what was that on X-Men? When he wanted that girl who had the power to become whatever, to transmute. So yeah, he loves mutants and he wanted, you know, everyone to yield to the power and all this jazz, but he just used her. He didn't mind if it was going to kill her or not. He just needed her energy to fuel what he needed, his plan. And this is giving that energy of watching for, and that's why you need to be heavy on the protection at this time. Because you need to know who or what to give your energy to. Because you have so much of it, but you need to know what to keep for yourself too. What energy to keep for yourself and what energy to give out. And that's that restraint. You know, many people would be afraid with this baby lion. It gives me the vibe of Josephine Baker. Wasn't it Josephine? No, it wasn't. With Chiquita? Yeah, it was Josephine, wasn't it? Yeah. And her pet cheetah, Chiquita, I think. Baby, let me show y'all this picture because Josephine fine, okay? And Ben fine. They said she'll walk around with her pet cheetah walking around just being majestic. Everyone just was in love with her, okay? This the 1920s, okay? 1111 was on the time. Y'all see that? Baby, she had her a pet cheetah. Ooh. The men loved it, okay? Look. It's something about a majestic energy of being able to control and tame energies. And someone sees that as a power. And they want some of that. But a lot of your work at this time is dealing with starting with self. It's like your grandmother has you, you know what I'm saying, at this space in this mission, and that's why all this information is coming, is for you to become aware, to build a strong foundation within self, heal self, and emerge yourself. Like, immerse yourself just into, it's like as the example. So do the work and then be the example. Because you're doing work that has not, because you're doing work before that has not been done in your family or in your lineage. Hold on one second. So you're at the phase of implementing, the implementation phase. And then after the implementation phase is the reintegration phase. There is a certain energy around you that needs to find some level of balance, or you need to know what to cut off energetically with it. Because with this 8 of baskets that's showing up, like with that salt, the protection barrier, I can't get away from that. Like, whether if it's a certain person or a type of person that you need to make sure that you stay free of on this journey, you know, while you're healing and working. Because you do need to learn how to work with all types, but you need to know what types to not deal with, you know, because not all is like, you need to know what types. And this energy, like, I don't even want to read the signs because I don't want people to be like, oh, Taurus came up, so I can't trust no Tauruses. Because that's not what it is. It's like, it's a certain type of person, a certain energy that they exude, that they operate in. This person operates in a by any means necessary. They lie a lot. You know they lie, okay? You've seen them lie. You've observed it. And it ain't like no white lie. Like, it's like a, you know, they talking to they girl or man on the phone talking about some, oh yeah, I'm at the store, well, running to the store, and they in the bed. with you. Why would you trust this person when you know that they lie to someone that they tell every day that they love? You get me? So it's like giving that type of energy, like looking at characteristics and looking at situations from other angles of, do they have empathy? Are they thoughtful? Do they operate in their own power? Do they know who they are at the core? Do you align? This makes me think of the session that we did on equally yoked energy. And I look down and I see the ancestors with the death card. And then we have the Empress. So this is definitely grandmother energy coming out. Wow. With the Ace of Coins. Definitely grandmother energy coming out right now. And then the Sun of, yeah, definitely. We're going to keep that up there because we're going to talk about that in a second. Your grandmother wants you to get into a place where you pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what is right there in front of your face. What you see. I'm hearing what you see is what you get. Don't wait on people to change. Waiting on people to change is not beneficial for you at all. Either be able to accept them for who they are now or dip. Because with this death energy of the ancestors and the Empress and then the Ace of Coins, it's like the newness comes from creating new with the Empress. The Empress is creation energy, feminine energy. Ancestors with death. Death is all about death and transformations, the ending of something to have a new beginning of something. And so this is also giving the vibe of like the death of the grandmother, big mother energy, big mama energy. You have the Ace of Coins coming out of like what's being left behind. Like, I give you this. This is being left behind to you. This coin makes me think of like putting a coin in a gumball machine, you know, inside of the pie. Like a very good luck type of charm. Food for thought. Food providing you with knowledge. Providing you with increase. Valuable. Good for the soul. When you eat good, you feel good, you attract good. Recipes. Some of that resonates with some of you all. Something about recipes that have been passed down. Recipe, like, I don't know, because I'm hearing Patty's pies. Okay, some of y'all's pies be better than Patty's, and you got it from your grandma. Baby, get to start making your own pies. Okay, start small, sell it to people that you know, and work your way up. Okay, learn from the pink sauce lady. Okay, don't do what she did. Learn from her mistakes. But with this big queen energy, this is giving very much so indigenous energy. Okay. You do come from indigenous blood. We read that. That was in the last session. You come from indigenous blood, and you come from an indigenous bloodline that it wasn't with the $5 Indians. It was like you were a part of the communities that were here before even the transatlantic that happened. Now, some of your ancestors did mate with individuals of the transatlantic as well. but many looked similar. Not all, but many. It's something about you connecting to your indigenous ancestors at this time. This 3 is standing out heavy when we look at both 3 scores. 3 scores also equal to 60, because I see the 3 marks. And then over here you got the 10 and then the 3 marks with the ancestors. 3 is standing out. 3 is a number of femininity, mother energy, empress energy, of course, creating energy, perception, thought, magic. Something about you connecting to indigenous magic, indigenous, and this makes me think of when we were talking about graveyards in the last session. A lot of indigenous tribes, they're very big into honoring ancestor energy and crossed over energy and animal energy, as well as the moons that we honor, the full moons. The names of those moons, they come from indigenous backgrounds. And I'm hearing something like with on Lion King where he said, those stars in the sky are passed over kings. It's something about you needing to connect. You have a grandmother who had indigenous energy. This is giving great great grandmother, great or great or grandfather, because she has a masculine right there in front of her, which is, you could see it when you get in close. He's right there. I'm hearing, look at the similarities within garments and clothes between what will be shown for the indigenous original people of the land and those of various African countries. It's very similar. And certain garb was used for certain status. It's something with this ancestors and this big queen. This grandmother, and I feel like this is the grandmother that we tapped into previously. We've tapped into a great great grandmother before. I know we have, because this is feeling very similar, very familiar. But it feels like her energy, I feel like this was in the past couple grandmother ancestor messages. Definitely listen to those if you haven't already. Connecting to an indigenous part of yourself, connecting to your bloodline, who you are, your history, but it's naturally in you. I'm hearing, especially if you naturally connect with the earth and herbs, your heart will guide you. Like, oh, Waukegan is coming in my head. Isn't that in Wisconsin? A lot of northern spaces right now. Wisconsin is coming to head, Minnesota, Michigan. If you are from any of those areas, if you have bloodlines from any of those areas, there are a lot of indigenous, and I feel like I brought this up. It was Ohio as well. I'm seeing this map: Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio. We said Dakota. I'm hearing Dakota, but it's another little state. Let me pull up. No, I said picture of countries. Goodness gracious. Picture of United States. I guess, you know what? That connects though. Because all the people's connected. They traveled. They traveled. It's given 6 of Knives. Why are they letting me zoom in? Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana. So Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and them Dakotas. Them were the strongest energies that I was feeling. But it's something about there's land in every state. There's land in every state that they were. There's land everywhere. You have family land that was taken for plantations to be built. Indigenous land that was taken from your family. And we talked about land in the past session. It's something about indigenous land being taken for plantations to be built on. But it's something about that being given back. I don't know if this is an initiative that has just started or there's an initiative that's going on reclaiming family land or something like that. And y'all can let the collective know in the comments if you are aware of it. I feel like this reading is all over, y'all. Like, I feel like it's all over the place, but I can only give it how it's coming out, and this is how it's coming out. Some of y'all grandmother probably talked like this. I'm getting the vibes of talking in parables and stuff and talking about one topic, and next thing you know, she talking about something else. It's just like, Granny, can you get, like, she like to talk. Get it out. Irma, Stinson, Stansberry, Quipple. I don't know what that Quipple, because I was hearing Quipple, quit. Anything else, grandmother? I'm taking a nap. I have a personal reading I need to do later on today, and then I'm going to bed. This is a lot. Okay, what's up with this indigenous energy? I want to get more into that and that land, grandmother, please. Something about, oh, it's like before the records were created, and that's what makes it difficult because people destroyed records. But it's something about this land being eventually given back to the people through another action that's going to happen. This is something that the ancestors are working on, but it's coming through their lineage getting back into their power, because that's what's going to create the frequency shift for that power shift to happen. This major frequency shift has to happen for this. And this 3 of Sticks, this is that land. Because she's on land looking out in this card. The 4 of Knives, something, the rest, the calm before the storms. But it's something about that made me think about levitation as well. Levitation has been coming up a lot lately. Levitation has been coming up a lot. And most times you levitate from laying down. So you getting so aligned within self that you allow yourself to evolve. Didn't I speak up the Six of Knives? Didn't I speak up this card? I could have sworn I just said the Six of Knives. Because I said it was giving Six of Knives energy of traveling from spaces to spaces. But it's something about a reclamation of land at this time, of something of what's going on. Whether if there's going to be a mass exodus, I'm hearing, and people buying land or getting their land back, or making a focus on getting land or getting your land back. Something about casinos. But this is traveling and moving. A lot of you all have been feeling that you're going to have to move. You need to move from somewhere. Five of Knives. Somewhere is not conducive for you. This is for those of you all who are in like you have other toxic family members and stuff around you. And with them being around you, you're just like, yeah, I got to get away from this. I have to get away from this in order for me to fully embrace what I'm being called to embrace and take in at this time. The ancestors return in the next generation. Even if you have children at an older age, there's something about that as well. The minds of the thieves have been haunted. And it's taken a lot for them to hold back. They're afraid that their power is crippling. There is no true powers that be. There are no the powers that be. It's not. Someone is crippling and they know they're crippling and they have to put on a face to make it look like as if it's not, but they're looking for other options. It's giving me this vibe of, you know, with the stock market and how a lot of social media sites are starting to drop and like lose money. And then seeing how Reddit is entering into the market and looking at to see, is it for a lucrative reason, you know, to really expand, or is it because they're at a desperate place right now and they need more capital? Okay. Is that 33 on the time? Yep, it sure was. Because this Eight of Baskets, there's something that someone is kept out of, they don't have access to, and they're trying to make a move to go to something different or do something different, or being called to go to something different in order to be able to expand and to hit gold. Grandmother, have a message for your babies. Choose a message, 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to pull 3 different cards and it's going to be a message, okay? Ancestor message. So choose 1, 2, or 3, or you could choose 3 if you want. All right, if you chose number 3, there's an inheritance. I'm hearing currency being buried on land under plantations. Number 2, life was difficult, but I learned valuable lessons and made the best of it. And number 1, there's a treasure in my home. Do not let them steal our legacy. Yeah. My death was bigger than me. Grandmother, I thank you for this conversation today. This was a very good conversation. So leave your babies with some good energy. Sarah, Tom, John, Stan, Pamela, Kuana, Callaway, Corfion, Colburn, Tinjaway. Okay, I don't know what is, these are Tamferin. The universe has something very special in store for you. I listen to the intuitive wisdom of my own feelings. I am guided from within. So keep listening to those intuitive feelings and nudges internally as they guide you on this journey that you're on right now. Make those key changes, keep making the changes, keep growing, keep evolving, keep allowing yourself to expand, because you're doing an amazing job. So keep doing it. Okay. I thank you all for being here. Grandmother, do you have anything else you want to say? We're going to pull one card from the herbal deck. Grandmother, what message do you have? The Hiya of water with chamomile. I'm hearing take your time with the chamomile. Allow yourself to stay at peace. Do not allow yourself to get aroused by people and the things that they do, the things they may try to push you to do, okay, the things they may try to encourage you to do. But stay calm on this journey. Allow yourself to come back to the middle, back to your space of peace, because this journey is not always easy, but you have to learn how to manage and work through it and take control over it and understand that you have the power to turn it around. And a lot of that comes from within resting your mind. So allow yourself to rest. Get rest. Rest is important. It helps you in the times when you want to feel weary. But then also keep working on self as well. I thank you all for being here. If you haven't already, go ahead and get registered for the Butterfly Effect Conference. You can register at bethebutterflyeffect.com or moenicole.com. I thank you all for being here. If you're interested in a personal reading, all of my links are down below in the description box. Enrollment for semester 6 of the Butterfly School of Transformation closes down on this Saturday, so make sure to get enrolled for this upcoming semester. I look forward to kicking it with you all. I thank you for being here, and as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do. Period. Okay. I love you all, and I will see you later. Bye.